Hey folks, Mike and McGee here. In today's video, we're going to be on the lake limb lining. Most of the time we trot line here on the lake, and we got some trot lines out. But I've got a sneaky suspicion that limb lines are where it's at this year for one reason only, and that is the cicada hatch was this year. We got the 17-year and the 13-year. Cicadas hatching out at the same time. They are everywhere, and everything is eating them. For limb line fishing, all you need is some twine and a hook. And I used to think the first time I did it, I needed to be stealthy, and I used black line. I couldn't find hardly any of my limb lines after that. I went through the same thing when I was bow hunting. I thought I wanted camouflage arrows, and then I switched over to blaze orange arrows. Well, same thing with limb lining. You don't want it to be invisible. You want to be able to see it. And so here we go. I tie my knot like this right here. Pull this. If there's a tag, we'll cut the tag off. Take your bait, whatever you've got. I've got pieces of fish. Hook it on and drop it in the water. That's literally all you got to do. So we're going to be getting out here doing this to quite a few of them, and hopefully in this video, what do you mean hopefully? It's going to happen. Get ready to see some fish get caught. All right, here's a spot where we did 3. Oh my. So this one don't have anything, but look here. I have never, ever caught a gar on the limb line. Never in my born days. He hooked himself in the side. Oh. Now you just seen it first right there, folks. I've never caught a gar on a limb line. Huh. All right. If you get into this kind of fishing, you're going to want to make sure you check them all physically by touching and pulling, because sometimes the big old flatheads are on there. They don't even move. You can't even tell one's on there until you pull it. And I have on occasion had catfish to die on a limb line for whatever reason. And you don't want that sitting on your hook all day long. So some people think it's a lazy sport. It's not a lazy sport unless you're lazy. You have to do the effort. As you go by, all you gotta do is just take your stick, push it, the bait comes up, or the empty hook, whichever it is. Or if there's fish on, you'll know it. Oh, just like this. Oh man, it's a big flathead catfish. Now I gotta spin around and go back to it because my momentum carried me past. We've got a big flathead on, boys. All right, here's how we do it. Here's how we do it. You might ask, why aren't your boys helping you? Well, one of them is Mr. Caleb. He's my cameraman right now. David and Matthew are asleep because they fished late last night, and Mr. Joel is heading home with Mary to take care of some greenhouse stuff and whatever else they need to do. We're having an issue with our boat batteries. They're going to go get an extension cord. So we've got a very nice flathead catfish on here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to reach out here. Look at him. Now he woke up. See, he's awake now. He was sitting down there real still and sleepy. Down in Louisiana, they call these Appaloosas. Here, we call them flatheads. Oh, he got under my net. Come back, come back. I'm in love with you. I don't want you to leave me. There we go. Oh! All right, we got it. That, my friend, is a flathead catfish. The best eating catfish on the planet. Look at that. I baited all these lines on this side I did last night by myself while the boys were swimming. They had a great time swimming. And Daddy had a great time setting more lines because Daddy, he's kind of a fisherman at heart. We'll stick him in here in this ice chest. Oh boy, he's vigorous. this morning. Now, I would like to have a shad out of there. Cut him in half, just like so. And I'll reach around here. That's very nice to have the stick because you don't have to travel back over there. You can get it like this from a distance, hook it back on, and get it back in the water. Now, we'll go about our business. That was an example right there of checking a line that looked like it had nothing on it, and as soon as I touched it, it was so heavy, and I saw that big mouth looking up at me. Always check them because there's a lot of times they got fish on, you don't know it. You drive by in a boat looking, you can't tell. One of the things I like to do when I'm limb lining, if I got a good bush like this, I like to set 2 or 3, whatever's convenient, but they've got to be where they can't get to each other because they'll wrap around and tangle. And right here, what we have a fish on, but not on the first 2. Well, let's see what we got here. It's not a fish, it's not a fish. You never know what you're gonna get in these parts, I tell you. Oh, the bluegill. Oh, he got away and he's inside the boat. This is called a soft shell turtle. It's got like a leathery back. You don't smell that good, dude. But it's illegal to keep them even though they are good eating. They're some of the best turtle meat there is. But anyway, we're gonna let him go. All right, buddy, bye-bye. He gone, he headed for the middle of the lake. All right, right here we got us a fish. What we got? Channel cat, come here, channel. Oh, yeah. Channel catfish. Big old blubbery mouthed male. Nah, that may be a female. Either way, look at that fish. So now we've got a gar, a flathead, and a channel catfish. We're in business. We're ready to eat. See that limb going up and down? That line moving around? That will make any good fisherman's heart skip a beat. We gotta go get that fish. Check out this catfish. This fish has spun and spun and spun and made the line shorter and shorter until he's basically out of the water. I'm just gonna pick him up like that, bring him in. No need for a net. But these channel catfish are really, really bad to spin and spin and spin. He's a good eating size. He's the smallest one we've got all week. And I'm gonna show you this. Look at that, twisted up. Twisted and twisted. And now before we leave here, I'm gonna throw this piece of shad on here. I like to hook them through the eyes and then back through like that, and that gives them a little holding power. All right, Joe, what do we need to do here? I'm getting the back us out of here. There. All right, this has got rotten bait from last night. We're just gonna take it off. That's some old bluegill bait. And we'll put fresh shad on that we caught under the light this morning. That'll do a lot better. A lot of times I don't set my lines in the daytime, but we got a rainy old cloudy day today and they will bite all day long. So we're gonna keep them baited. May as well keep them baited. All right. Oh, ho, ho, ho. He's very serious about what's taking place here. He got that through the eyeball. Look what a gar. Now, as you can see, the hook don't even catch them as good as just nylon twine, because in their teeth, they can't turn. He gone. He gone. Hang on just a minute, stay right there. There's another line right here. And there's one right there too. Oh, back. It pays to have a good driver. It don't pay to have a motor that quits running, but all right, let's I'm gonna push out. We can hit the other one. Uh-oh. Hey, there's a hook fixing coming right over your head. I don't like the sound of that at all. I had high hopes for this one, but it never panned out, not yet, but we ain't giving up. We'll put more bait out. Maybe we'll get something. All right, we got a couple up here. That might be off. Hold it, we're in good shape. All right. Rotten. Fresh, just like that. We'll toss it right out there and we're on our way. If Mr. Texas Best Bait could make something this good, it would be worth a fortune, because this is as good as it gets for catfish bait. This is the one we caught the big channel catfish on yesterday. It got hung into a branch, stick. Nope. The last one right up here. All right, this is the end of this line. This is a cedar tree limb line. Okay, back her out of here. Let's head down to where we started, where we caught that fish, and let's go the other way to the other end of the line. This right here is a perfect combination. Good sharp hook, good solid twine, with a good knot, and without the stick in it, it's perfect. Just drop her down there. This limb right here works like a fishing pole. When the fish pulls it, it gives with it. Perfect, perfect, perfect. The gar were active last night. I'll bet that one across there's the gar too. It was going lateral. Ah. Garfish, garfish, what in the world is wrong with you? He swallowed the whole thing, hook and all, down his goozle. Do you have a pliers?
No.
Set the stick in there so he can't really shut his mouth. Oh my goodness. If there wasn't a storm coming, it might not be so bad. Oh! He's loose in the boat with us. All right, back us out of here. Here's an example of how deep the water is this year. Last year we caught a fish on this one, and it was up in the air. It's at the water level right now. So, that's all for this side. Let's shoot across the other side. All right, we got a fish here. I'm hoping it's a catfish. I'm gonna get my net out. He's pulling down some. Yeah, it's a catfish, a nice one. Come here, Mr. Fish. Oh, he's pulling hard. I got him in the net. Just turn it off. All right. Big old male channel cat, and boy, he's feisty. Oh, feisty. I'm gonna get him out of there. All right, we got him. I'm gonna leave him in this net until I get this rebaited. That way I don't have to do it later.
Oh boy, here it comes. That was a pretty hard initial hit. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
All right, the water came up so much that a lot of our limb lines are literally underwater, tied underwater. So we have to really look close to figure out where they are. We just like one or two, picking them up, we'll have them all up. No fish on limb lines this morning.
That was a little guy that I noticed.
All right, the limb lines did pretty good. They didn't do exceptional like I thought. And you can hear the difference in the air right here. I think this is the reason. There were no cicadas there. I couldn't believe it. I was expecting we were gonna have headaches from the cicadas in the trees right around us. We never heard a single one. So evidently, there are none in that area because they're big time. There's no mistaking it here. So I think that had a big impact on the limb lines producing less fish than the trot lines. So all you can do is try it. We did get enough to make it worth it. I mean, I was out there anyway. I may as well. I enjoy tying them lines and doing all that. So it's fun, and you never know unless you try. So that's how we do it. If you want to try it sometime, check your state law and do it. Have fun, and you'll be successful, I do believe. It's one of the least amount of input. Like you don't have to have much to do it with. You can do it by yourself in a canoe. You don't have to have a lot of overhead. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. We had fun. We had fun with the group of kids that came down too. But that's all we've got for you today. We hope you have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.